Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a race weekend. So the race is tomorrow. So today we're just going for a quick 5k jog just to get the legs going. I'm gonna try and set up everything for tomorrow so it's not too stressful on the day, which is really important. But yeah, it's been a good taper. Pretty much 50k this week, so I'll end up doing 55k this for the whole week before the marathon. So I feel fresh, I'm ready to go. Excited about this marathon. It's been a long got the run done. Lily and I got it done. Legs are feeling good, so this taper went well. Usually like, you know, if you've seen this vlog, I probably would have said about a week ago, about 10 days ago when I started this taper, that I'm not a big fan of tapering for races. I think out of my 100 plus races, I've only really tapered for maybe 10, 15 races only. So the big kind of 100k races I tapered for, and now I'm tapering for this marathon. But this time around I got so much on my plate that actually I found this taper time really productive. I got to do a lot of work. I've built 2 websites this week alone. Quite a lot of work on Bix as well. So actually this taper time flew by really quickly. Hardly even noticed it, and pretty much like race day just came along, which is tomorrow. So that's been a good kind of a change, that my mind wasn't like too focused on the race. I had so many other things that I was thinking about and doing in the past 10 days that this taper wasn't that bad at all. So I'm excited to see how the race goes with 10 days of tapering. So today I did a 6k run. Yesterday I did 8k, the day before I did 10k, the day before I did 12k. So really kind of bringing the volume down. The last 2 runs I did some strides. So today I didn't do any strides. It was 450 pace for a 6k run. But the last 2 runs, I'll keep the pace quite easy at about 430, 440 pace. But I would add about 6 to 8 sets of strides just so I get that leg turnover going, so my legs don't forget how to turn at a faster pace. So like, you can get to the race with heavy legs, and strides are a great way of making sure that doesn't happen. But right now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna weigh myself. Obviously I've been a little bit worried about my weight. I think that I managed to keep it at 60 kilograms. It did mean that I had to like cut down on how much I eat, and I had to almost force myself to eat a bit less, which I never really done before. But I'm gonna go and weigh myself, see if I stick to that 60 kilogram goal. So pretty much right on target. So I stayed on 60 kilograms for the last 10 days. The goal today is actually a bigger breakfast, a bigger lunch, and then a smaller dinner, so I don't start too heavy. There's no way that I can put too much weight in one day, so yeah, I'm pretty safe in that sense. So that kind of accomplished that one goal. But yeah, breakfast is pretty simple. 2 pieces of smashed avocado, and yeah, probably about a 1000 calorie smoothie, 4 bananas, a lot of blueberries, dates, pretty healthy one. But yeah, I'm gonna have pasta for lunch and then a salad for dinner. So just on the way to do our weekly food shopping. So every Saturday we do our weekly food shopping, and we also take little Lily to play with some other dogs, because most of my runs are on the trails. she doesn't really get to see too many other dogs, so we make sure that once a week we take her to this park that is usually pretty full of dogs, that she can sniff around and play with some other dogs. But also before I left the house, I had a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow's race. Temperature wise looks perfect, 7 degrees in the morning, and then it warms up to about 20-22 degrees throughout the day, which is kind of perfect. But it's going to be really windy, so it's apparently going to be 21 kilometers an hour winds tomorrow, which is definitely not ideal, especially it's a big lake with a lot of open space. So that's not perfect, but it's quite typical for Perth. You know, we get a lot of windy days. Today it's pretty windy and it's only about 15 kilometer an hour winds today, so tomorrow's going to be a bit windier than today. Can't really control it, so just gonna try and make the most out of it tomorrow. So trying to have the bigger meal to carb up and lunchtime instead of dinner. I've never been a big believer of carbing up, so it's not a massive plate. It's quite big, but pretty much a whole meal spaghetti with homemade kind of pesto sauce with like almonds, avocado, greens that we blend in the blender and have that as the sauce, and then I added a little bit extra avocado and tomato. We had that last night for dinner, so that's kind of the leftovers for today, which kind of worked out perfectly. And then tonight I'll have a small salad and see how I feel tomorrow with a smaller dinner, hopefully a little bit lighter. Alright, just setting up everything for tomorrow. Pretty simple. The only difference is that I can have water bottles, so I'm gonna have some water bottles. I got the gels, the Morton gels, a singlet, short socks, and like I was saying, I'm gonna keep it really simple for dinner. So it's pretty much just carrot and zucchini with avocado dressing. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing, but yeah, super light. Hopefully that helps with the race tomorrow, with not feeling too heavy at the start line. And hopefully you guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good morning guys, it's marathon day. Really excited to get this on the way. I got Silky with me and Lily as well. She's sitting in the front. We got the back seat is full of tables and chairs. I got some of my family members coming to hang around. Because it's 7 laps, they're gonna see me like 7 times. So I guess it's kind of worth their time to come and actually see me run. But yeah, a little bit windy, but nothing I can control. So yeah, excited to get this show on the road.
Good luck, everybody. All right, on.
want, I can help you.
Yeah, with opening some. Oh man, we got it done. Well, almost got it done. So I finished second. About 1 minute than the time that I was expecting and hoping for. So I ran 2:31. Everything was on track till the wind really kicked in. So we started the race. It was a little bit windy, but nothing too bad. Like, you know, you can feel it, but like it's not really gonna affect the running that much. But then with every lap, you know, it got windier and windier and windier, and I was fighting the wind, and I was like going all out as hard as I could at some points, and I look at my watch and I'm going like a 3:40 pace. So I knew that I might not hit my goal target. And then there was a lot of kind of like playing around with the paces. So I would like push really hard against the wind to try and stay closer to that 3:33 goal pace that I had per kilometer. So I'll kind of fight against the wind. And then when I had the wind, it wasn't really in my back because the wave was coming. We didn't really get the full tailwind. It was more like headwind, really strong, and then a bit of tailwind because the tailwind was like in the residential part of this lake. So it wasn't like fully kind of the same amount of wind as a tailwind and a headwind. But yeah, definitely I was pushing super hard. And then when I had some tailwind, I was trying to hold back because I was starting to go at 3:20 pace. So I started getting like these changes in paces that I got a bit of a stitch from. So when you start like playing around when like, you know, with the efforts, like, you know, it could cause a stitch. So I got that for about 2K. I really dropped the pace there. And then towards the end, you know, you can see the run on Strava. I'll put it up here as well. But towards the end, yeah, I had nothing left, and that's where I lost pretty much that 1 minute that, you know, well, I was hoping to go under 2:30, so I lost, you know, a minute 10 in the last kind of 5K. The wind, like in the last lap, in the last 6K, the wind was like 35 kilometers an hour. It was really strong wind. So yeah, I mean, obviously I'm happy with the time. I'm happy with my effort. It didn't go 100% to plan, but I'm super happy with the lead up. I think that that's what I'm really proud of, is that lead up, you know, and giving it 100%. Like I had nothing left. Like I was sprinting towards the end and I was struggling to hold 4-minute pace. So I'm happy with that. Definitely a lot of lessons to learn with maybe probably pacing. Probably could have went a little bit faster, but then again with the wind, you know, do you try and kind of really hold back when you're running with headwind, and do you really push when you get that tailwind? So maybe something that I need to think about. Obviously it's quite windy here all the time, so but yeah, today was super windy. But anyway, we're gonna get into this. Really hungry. I'll talk a bit more about the race later on. But yeah, celebrating with non-alcoholic beer. It's been nice not having alcohol. Got my vegan burgers. Got a bit of salad leftovers from last night, what I had for dinner. But that worked well. I think that, you know, having the bigger, heavier meal, the pasta in lunchtime, and a lighter dinner actually felt really good. So that's probably something that I'm going to stick to from now on to races, like, you know, longer races. If I'm doing like anything under a marathon, I wouldn't even worry about the pasta, you know, the night before or the day before at all. Like, I'm not a big fan of like carbing up and that mentality. Obviously for a marathon, knowing that I'm going to be out there for a while, I knew that I needed a little bit more carbs in my stomach. But this morning before the race, 2 bananas, I had a gel probably about 20 minutes before the start, 3 gels on the run. Obviously, like you saw in the footage before, you know, I had a table where I had all my drinks, so that was actually quite good. So I had some Bics, I had some plain water, I also had some Gatorade. I just had it in case, and I actually picked it up twice I think, just for some calories. So that kind of worked quite well. My stomach feels good. So actually those Morton gels, I'm starting to kind of grow. They're starting to grow on me. I didn't like it first kind of taste, but you kind of really kind of, it slides through your throat. So yeah, probably gonna keep using them after like years and years of goo. But yeah, my stomach definitely feels better with Morton gels. Anyway, I'm gonna get into this. So just doing a quick recovery walk with Lily. I'm a big fan of active recovery. So post race, obviously I had a lot of water, hydrated really well. I had 4 tablets of Bix straight after the race. Probably 2 or 3 liters of water, of liquids from finishing the race till about now. So I'm well hydrated, had a good amount of food, nothing super crazy. I don't feel like I pushed my body to the limit. I think because of the wind, my cardio was on the limit, but not really like my legs, my muscles. So legs are feeling fine, you know, and I feel like, you know, the more I'm gonna move, the faster I'm gonna recover. So tomorrow I'll probably do an easy 40-minute walk in the morning, and probably an 8-10K run in the afternoon, and then hopefully by Tuesday kind of get back to double runs on Tuesday, and then maybe Wednesday do an easy run with some strides to get the leg turnover, and then Thursday probably get back to normal training. I got a couple of short races coming up, and nothing super long. You know, quite lucky to have some races still in Western Australia, but yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna have a chance to do another marathon. So I'm going to focus a bit more on shortened distances, but recovery post-race is something that I've been pretty good at, and that's why I can continue training and racing a lot. And it all starts with active recovery, so moving a little bit, walking, low impact, and a lot of hydration, so a lot of water, liquids. Get that. I like to kind of flash everything in the muscles, and you know, my legs usually feel better literally the next day. Hopefully you enjoyed this vlog and this journey of almost running a sub 2:30 marathon, and if you did, smash that like button, subscribe. We're almost at, well, I think we were about 7,000 subscribers already, so thank you for everybody subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.